Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. So the first film we are going to talk about is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. It was just teased at CinemaCon the other night, and we got some new still images for the upcoming title of the film. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is set to release June 4th, 2027. The sequel came out back in 2023, and originally Beyond the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out March 29th, 2024. So this film was going to be coming out 4 years since Across the Spider-Verse, and originally this delay came about because of the production issues when it came to VFX, voice castings, etc. And we got our very first look at the film, and I can say I am very excited. We got a still image here. You can just look at the color art. Just look how beautiful the directors, the producers, and the VFX artists, everybody involved in this film, and even the past two films, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, just taking this time to acknowledge the great work that they do to put these films into light for us fans, to make it seem like that comic book feel. It was always new and original doing Into the Spider-Verse, and it seems like they're just taking it to a whole nother level, because when originally the news came out that it was going to be coming out 2024, it was 9 months originally after Across the Spider-Verse came out. And a lot of fans were like, okay, they must have been developing this for the last 2 years. They were ready to set it up. And then it got delayed. So it's essentially going to be delayed another 3 years and some change. And I am an advocate always. Give people the time they need to take to be able to do the work they need to do. It is something that Marvel, specifically in the MCU, and a lot of films have been struggling with. It's something that we have been talking about recently with Avengers Doomsday. They haven't even started production yet. They haven't even started filming the film yet. And everything's already fixing to be released in another year. Granted, that's live action. This is different. This is animation. It takes a whole lot more time to get animation VFX done than it does with live action. But I'm a firm believer. Give yourself adequate time to do stuff appropriately, and you come out with a great product. So we got a lot of images here. Gwen's going to be back. You know, so Across the Spider-Verse did end off with Miles coming off a variant of himself from another universe where he is the Prowler. So Gwen and everybody, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, all of them, Spider-Pig, I don't even know, Spider-Ham, I think was his name. So all of them's hopping in this portal to go save Miles in another universe. So in another storyline that we got to consider as well, Miguel O'Hara and all of them are also wanting to track down Miles as well. That is where Across the Spider-Verse ended. So when it says Beyond the Spider-Verse, I expect this film to have a lot of multiversal elements to the story. I think we might see more variations of Gwen Stacy, maybe even another variation of Miles, since Miles is the Prowler in this universe. I just hope that they don't get too messy with the multiverse thing. Just at the end of the day, have an appealing story that the audience will appreciate. I know that this movie is going to be great. I have enjoyed the past two films, and I don't expect nothing different from the casting director, and the production crew. It is one of the best things that Sony has produced Spider-Man-wise in a very long time. I'm going to be very interested to see what they do with Miles with possibly being live action. Amy Pascal has recently hinted above that, and Tom Holland himself in the past. So just the images look great. What we got, no complaints. I just expect Miles Morales to hone in what it means to be his version of Spider-Man, grow up and handle the task of being Spider-Man and having to handle fighting a version of himself, having to deal with Miguel O'Hara, and possibly other foes that will be coming his way. It's going to be a great movie for Spider-Man fans. those who are fans of the Spider-Man lore, those who are fans of Miles Morales, as well as those who are a fan of Peter Parker himself. So I'm excited for that. And we are going to get into another Spider-Man project that was released during CinemaCon as well. We got news of the upcoming Tom Holland sequel, Spider-Man 4, Brand New Day. This title was pretty much recycled from the comic book run, and we just got some quick details here. So it is set to release in theaters July 31st, 2026. It will be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi, which was a movie I liked a lot. And it is MJ and Ned are going to be back. So Zendaya is going to be back playing the role of MJ. And we have Sadie Sink, which was the new actress that was just put into the film, and she is rumored to be possibly playing the villain. A lot of people were speculating her to play Jean Grey, Black Cat. We're just waiting to see where that falls. But I did see information earlier where they're trying to look for a male and a female villain in around a 30-year-old range. And it is set to begin filming this summer. So during CinemaCon, Tom Holland did come on to the stage and pretty much stated to the crowd they haven't started production yet. You know, it's going to be brand new. Everything's wiped out. So where we saw from the end of Spider-Man No Way Home with the suit, nobody knowing who's Peter Parker, it's a clean slate. It is going to be a classic Spider-Man film, which I am happy about because I've been on the record. I am not a huge fan of Tom Holland's trilogy. I'm really not. I enjoyed, of course, Tobey Maguire is my number one. Then I have to say Andrew Garfield, and then Tom Holland's trilogy is last for me. I liked Homecoming. I really enjoyed Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I love the villain. He's one of my favorite villains in the whole MCU. But Far From Home was somewhat of a miss with me. I don't know why. I think they had to focus on it, but I feel like the focus was too much on Tony Stark and not Spider-Man. The Mysterio was a big meh for me. I mean, they got the illusionist part of it. I just really didn't care for the villain. No Way Home, they had the nostalgia element. We got Andrew Garfield. We got Tobey Maguire in the film, as well as everybody else to come play Green Goblin. You had Sandman. You had Lizard, Dr. Octopus. All the OGs were back for the film. But I told everybody, I actually have not watched that film since it came out in theaters. I actually have not sat down and watched No Way Home because the movie was boring until the very end of the film. I'm not going to, it's just like Endgame for me. I actually haven't watched Endgame again as a whole. Sat down with my family or a loved one and said, hey guys, let's watch Avengers Endgame or Spider-Man No Way Home. I just haven't done it. So for me, I'm not going to sit here and watch a film where I'm bored for a whole 2 hours, specifically for Endgame, bored for a whole 2.5 hours. And then last 30 minutes, okay, let's actually have a good movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. I cannot remember the runtime, but 2 hours and some change. Final fight scene at the end. Let's go. We're ready for this. Spider-Man, let's go. So, again, not been a huge fan of Tom Holland's trilogy. What I am excited for right now, though, it's going to be a clean slate. He has a classic-looking suit. The only thing another thing I never cared about, which I'm interested to see how they do. I never cared for the Ned Leeds element of this Spider-Man series. I never cared for Ned that much. Is he funny? Yes. The character's good. Don't get me wrong. I wish Spider-Man had some more side characters to work with, like an MJ, Flash Thompson. I wish even the Flash Thompson they got now do not like the guy for 1 minute in the movie. But Gwen Stacy, I wish they had that element in there as well. Just some more supporting characters to make it feel like a Spider-Man universe outside of just Ned, MJ, Tony Stark, Happy, and that's all you got. And his mom, his Aunt May, Nick Fury. I just wish we had more Spider-Man grounded universe than what we've gotten so far. Do I think they have a chance to expound upon that? Yes. So this film is going to be set to release after Avengers Doomsday. So I don't know what this means. Does that mean Spider-Man is going to be in Avengers Doomsday? Remember, we talked about it in the last podcast. Spider-Man was not announced during the little cast reveal, the annoying cast reveal thing, might I add, during the cast reveal last week for Avengers Doomsday. He was not part of the list. With this film being set after Avengers Doomsday, I do think potentially there is a chance that Spider-Man is going to miss out on this movie. And then they're going to set him up for Secret Wars. Because I don't see a scenario where you're going with this Peter Parker story. Nobody knows who he is. And now all of a sudden he's supposed to join the Avengers. A group of people where before they knew who he was. So now that they don't know who he is, so the whole Avengers are supposedly not supposed to know who Tom Holland is, Peter Parker is. Does that mean that we got to wait and see what has happened from No Way Home to where Doomsday is going to lead up to? Has Peter Parker been Spider-Man for a little while? I don't know. We don't know. This is a lot of question marks that has not been answered since No Way Home, and I've been advocating for this. We haven't really had a bunch of content before leading up to Avengers Doomsday. We haven't. We haven't had a lot of movies from our heavy hitters. The movies we can really think of since No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 from our heavy hitting characters. You had that Spider-Man movie. You had Thor, Love and Thunder. You had the one Ant-Man movie. And outside of that, I don't think I'm missing anything. You had Captain America 4. Just came out. You haven't had a Shang-Chi. You had a Marvels, but not a lot of people watched that, including me. I still have not watched that film. So that's just something that I'm looking forward to. Not to get too far off topic. Tom Holland seems like he's excited. I'm just worried about what villain they go with. I know a lot of people are expecting them. A lot of speculation has been going on saying that they were going to go with Chameleon. I don't see that happening whatsoever. Maybe introduce Black Cat. I just want it to be. I want Tom Holland to get a film because I really do think Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. I just want him to have his own film in a Spider-Man grounded universe, just like Tobey did and Andrew Garfield had to a certain degree. That's something that Tom has missed out on, and it's something that he deserves. There was also a story that Sony kept from Tom Hardy's Venom and Tom Holland's Spider-Man from clashing. We're going to talk about that in another episode. That was something else that was bogus. But getting back to the movie itself, the director, Destin Daniel Cretton, he done an exceptional job with Shang-Chi. I don't expect no less for Spider-Man from what he sounded like on the CinemaCon panel. He's a Spider-Man fan. He grew up a Spider-Man fan. So originally he was set to direct the Avengers movie. So Marvel has a lot of faith in him. I do as well because I think he done a great job again with Shang-Chi. So I'm excited for the film. It's Spider-Man. Hey, y'all see him over here in the corner. One of my favorite characters of all time. So I'm interested to see what Sony does with that.